Hello everybody, I am your newly limitless champion, France Blue, and here I am today with Matt Alder. Matt Alder,
Hey,
how
how's
are
it
you?
going, everybody?
How are
I'm
you
good.
today,
How are you
Stan?
doing?
I'm doing very good. I dominated against Luke Dynamite tonight. I'm pretty sure you saw it. It was an amazing match, probably match of the night, probably match of the year, if I say so.
It was a good match. You guys did a good job.
It was a good match. Now, Stain, I'm not going to toot your horn. You pull off an amazing show every night. And to be honest, you beat Xavier when it comes to hosting shows.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
truly believe that you yourself is what's keeping XCW alive.
Well, you're flattering me, France. You're flattering.
For you, XCW would not be as it is. That's all I got to say. Alright, let's talk about the first match tonight. Stain, would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, of course, France. So, Davey ends up beating Johnny Riot for the TV title. He claims back what Johnny Riot took from him. But that wasn't even the biggest surprise of the match.
The big surprise is actually what happened after the match.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Johnny Riot. He's out there. He's sweaty. Microphone in hand. This is what Johnny Riot says. He is bringing back Adrian Black. There's just so much shock. Everyone's shocked. I'm shocked. You're shocked.
Mm-hmm.
They announce the return of the KO Squad. How do you feel about the KO Squad? Do you even know about the KO Squad? Because I don't think you were around of the KO Squad.
I wasn't. I've only heard about the destruction they've laid out. I've only heard about the reputation, which, from what I've heard, incredible. It really is shocking, and it should be an overwhelming feeling of emotion backstage for XCW, knowing that KO Squad has returned.
And not long after this promo, Adrian Black is having a match between Carnivorous Alex. And so this man, Adrian Black, he just clean sweeps Carnivorous 2-0.
And right after Adrian's match, we had our American X champion, Ari the One, who in my opinion is one of the best TD wrestlers in XCW. He takes on Josh Rowe. He ends up defeating. But with a little catch, the regime was ringside. They didn't interfere like the regime normally does, but they were just there to watch Josh, who is a big supporter against the regime. He wants the regime taken down. But not long after that, the regime got their wish. Josh Rowe is no longer employed.
Josh Rowe quit XCW, and you know what that means? Josh was in XCW before the rules came out, and so he was safe. But now that he's out, he can't join back anymore. He's below the age of 15. Right,
he's below the age that XCW is requiring.
We ain't gonna see him in 2 years until he turns
50? until he's of the age that we require. Yeah,
he's gonna join XCW, and we're gonna have to message him through Roblox.
Who even looks at the Roblox groups more?
Now you're saying about the regime being in ringside, they could do that and all, but I think it's funny. The people that was reason why that VIP is still Openweight Championship, they attacked you. I think this is not anything that happened or anything. I think it's a sign saying that they are personally going after you, Stain. I don't know what you see, but these are clearly actions leading to one by one, and they all come in the same result, and that is against you. They are attacking you on your own show that you are hosting. What do you have to say about the regime attacking you, Stain?
Look, I wanted to come out, talk about my finish with the World Heavyweight, which I thought the match was great. I thought that put on a good show for everybody, except ending. Vertel, which it doesn't surprise me. Everybody knows that I'm vocal against the regime. Everybody knows that I try to make it fair. As far as Dean coming out to attack, it doesn't surprise me. Everybody knows I'm one of the best clean writers. We all know that. I've been doing this for 8 years. I'm one of the top. So I think that they're scared. I think that they have to have the number, and I think that there's one man eating. And all I'm going to say is, I'll get my revenge. That's all.
let's get into.
Well, I agree.
Let's get into the main event, what
Mm-hmm.
everyone came for, and that is me, France Blue, beating Luke Dynamite for the Limitless Championship. And I will say, as a competitor, as a fan of wrestling myself, that it was a good match. I enjoyed the match, wrestling in it. But all I gotta say is, it's tough luck, Luke.
Let's talk about more what happened after. Flame of the Flame sets up Luke Dynamite inside of the ring, and he does not one, not two, but 3 lead pipes attack to end the night, promising Luke he won't even make it to Doom. What do you think about that?
Look, Flamey and I are competitors. And we've laid our challenges before, and we lay our challenges. We are fair men, but like Flamey said, we are competitors. We are not good guys. We are not bad guys. We are competitors to our core. So, Flamey went out there to send a message. He didn't screw over Luke at any time. If he wanted to, he could have attacked Luke at any time. He could have caused me a victory any time, but I won fair and square. Flamey was in my corner, but he did not attack him. No, what happened was he said I beat Luke. Luke's on the ground, and Flamey politely told me, "You don't want to be here, buddy. Go backstage." So I go backstage, and Flamey, all he did was just show Luke what's coming.
Well, that was the whole show for the night. It was a great show, as they have been the past months. Out. But, without further ado, we have another guest, my fellow co-owner, and really one of the main reasons why XCW is here for 9 years. He is Xavier.
I would say the main reason, but whatever.
What?
Take a seat, Xavier. This is our special guest, Xavier DeMonte, the owner or co-owner of XCW. And we brought him out here tonight to talk about the beginnings of Synergy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did Synergy begin, Xavier?
Honestly, I don't even know where to start. If you've been in XCW for a number of years, we've been trying to kickstart a TD division for a really long time. I think the first inklings of it began in 2016. And you introduced a few TD exclusive titles. We got a few TD exclusive guys like Giordano, Vertel, people like them. And I think it was the beginning of 2017 where we introduced the Shooting Star division, which was, a really unpopular name at the time. But we were showcasing a lot of the developmental guys who probably wouldn't have done the best in clean, if we're being honest. Guys like Giordano, who's great in clean now, but it took him years to reach that level. Vertel, Mario Tepe, guys like that. But I would say the first inklings of when Synergy really started to come together was the infamous walkout of the summer of 2017, which I'm sure you were there for and remember.
I remember the walkout with DJP, Allen, which is actually a pretty important part of it, and Fusion. What started the walkout?
Well, let's jump to before the walkout. So the thing is, that summer, we were looking at producing new content for XCW. Maximum was on a roll, Destruction not so much. We were looking to showcase more of the younger guys. We've been able to do that now to perfection, but it wasn't like that back then. Alan Hawk suggested the idea of a show called Synergy, which would be exclusive to tag teams. I'm not sure, but the way it was described to me was guys would randomly be put together. Alright, and we do tournaments, things like that, just to showcase the younger guys, and then, I ended up turning the idea for Synergy down. I didn't like the idea. I thought it was bad. I thought it was trash. And I guess I didn't like that, right? And around the same time, if I remember correctly, Empire Wrestling was dead at this point. A Federation owner had approached me about buying off the EW arena. I was like, sure, whatever. XCW doesn't use it. We have plenty of arenas that we don't use. You know, I'd get rid of a few. And I said, yes, of course. Or the time, Blaze Daniels, Fusion Shadow. Somehow, somebody, I'm not gonna name any names, you know, but he was somehow corrupted, I should say, into believing that he was owed a profit off of these arenas. Arenas that were built before he was head of production, I should say. Of course, that led into the one and famous night on Maximum, where I declined to pay them, and Alan Hawk, our head of production, Blaze Daniels, and our world heavyweight champion at the time, Dylan JP, all walked out. For me, I wasn't in this group chat. I'm sure you were there. I think you were there, right, Brent?
Yes, I was actually, and I have stories to tell of what happened.
Stories to tell. So, before we jump into that, it was a really bad point in my life, right? Like, my little brother had just died the winter before. I had just broken up with my girlfriend that summer, right? So I was mad, you know, and I'm sure you remember, you know, anybody who messed up with me once in that time period, snap, you're gone. Bye.
Yeah.
End your career. Yeah. So those three guys decided to start a promotion, right?
Yeah. Wasn't it
I don't remember the
wrestling?
New Kingdom or something like that.
Oh.
New Kingdom, Roblox Wrestling, something like that in KRW, right?
Yeah.
And of course, you know, they walked out with Alan, right, who had this brilliant idea of Synergy. So you know what? They took the Synergy name. And I was going to let them have it. But from what I was told, they plotted to basically try and bring over XCW wrestlers to their federation and steal them. I don't know how true it was, but it was there, right?
Alright.
I was gonna let them get away with all that, whatever. They weren't gonna succeed at bringing, you know, XCW wrestlers over to their fed. I knew that.
You know, that sounds like another federation. You know, to be honest.
No, so you need to chill out. I really got involved was when these group chats started getting created, right?
Yes.
And they were doing all of these things to slander me specifically. I didn't gone at this point. I hadn't gone at any of them or anything like that. I hadn't taken shots at any of them or anything like that. They were just gone, simple. But for whatever reason, they decided to slander me and things like that. Create Cards Against Humanity decks to slander me specifically, right? And I had a mole in that group. I'm not gonna name any names. I just had a mole. He's like, yo, Xavier, check this out. You know, here's my Skype. They're doing this, and this, and you know, I logged on and it was all true. So this mole somehow had access to their arenas. One being Synergy. So guys in XW in those group chats who would, you know, relay the message if anything were to happen. So I was feeling petty. You know, you're gonna talk all this shit about me. Well, let me stir it about a little bit. I ended up putting a press announcement on XCW Nation, our old website, basically announcing that XCW was going to be producing a new show called Synergy. So eventually, you know, I don't know how that group fizzled out exactly. If we fast forward to, you know, the fall of 2017, you know, we finally sort of started a TD division. I don't remember exactly if it was called synergy at this time, but we really kickstarted at this time. We had guys like Giordano, Mario Tupig, the Sharky Jaws. I don't remember if we had Ari at this time. We had Luke Dynamite. They were still in the show every night. Eventually, it reached a point where the synergy of division, as I'm sure you remember, was still in the show. They were the main event. Clean really fell off in that time period specifically. We had no valuable clean talent. It was all synergy. Synergy was XCW at this moment in time. But now, we look at now, right? And we have, people we've never even met, who've never been to this, walking up to us talking about, synergy is the best division in pro wrestling. I don't know if I agree with them. I don't know if I agree with that. If it's the best, it could be better. That's what I'll say. I would agree. I really think that, synergy is the blood of XCW right now, and it has, in my opinion, all of the top XCW talents right now are in synergy. You got guys like Emilio, Vertel, Ari, Sharky, Mario, to name a few, putting on some really amazing matches week in, week out. Like I said, people have been coming up to us saying synergy is the best division in pro wrestling. I don't know if it is, but it's definitely up there. I'll say that.
I'll say that too. No, I wasn't here for the start of it. From what it sounds like, it was a morbid start to it, but I'm glad to what it's transitioned into. It's become the blood of XCW, and it's really what we get all of our excitement from. It really gets the extreme in XCW. And I think that's a perfect way to end the night, talking about being the lifeblood of XCW. So, everybody, this is Breaking, newly revamped. This is the special project work of France Blue and myself, Matt Alder, your host. And thank you, Xavier. He's one of my best friends. I give all the credit in the world of XCW to this man. But so thank you for coming out, talking about synergy. And it's always a pleasure to talk to
you. As you showed, I do deserve all the credit, but always a pleasure.
All right, thanks, buddy. Now, like I said earlier, Breaking the Scale, we're going to be talking about all the show results, the major events happening with XCW. We're going to be putting out one a week. Again, France and I, thank you for listening, and everybody have a good night.
I have proof that he who must not be named is racist against minorities. I have proof.